Hi, boys and girls. Best Friends. Story and Pictures by Stephen Kellogg. Do you have a best friend? Who's your best friend? Go ahead, just call it on out. Say it out loud. Wow, I heard a lot of names. It's great to have a best friend. Tommy's my best friend, but he's also my husband. All right, let's say hello to everyone. Who's out there? Sam and Henry, hi, how was school today? Samantha and Benny, hi, Zara and Oliver. Oliver, I hope you had a great day at school. Hi, Iris, birthday girl. Hey, Hannah and Noah. Hi, Kayla and class. Hey, Matea and Madeline. Hey, Zachary, Aria, and Colin. Aria, I saw you for your first day of preschool. Hey, Aunt Barbara. Hi, Ben and Lillian. Hi, Reese and Danny and Truly at Miss Shirley's house. Hi, Ron, the reading teacher. Hey, Cousin Carol. I know you like to listen and post these stories. Hi, Marin, and also hi to Dylan and Jonah. So I'm glad you're all out there today, and I have a great story to read to you with some beautiful illustrations. All right, let's get started. Let me put on my reading glasses because some of these words are small. Best friends. And you be thinking about your best friend and what you like to do with your best friend. Okay. Louise Jenkins and I love horses. So you know Mimi brought a horse to show you. But we aren't allowed to have real ones. I said, let's pretend that a stallion named Golden Silverwind lives in a stable between our houses. Louise loved the idea. At school, we pushed our desks together, and we played on the same team. At lunch, we shared our chocolate milk. Chocolate is Louise's favorite, and it's mine too. I brought some chocolate cocoa to show you. You can take a spoonful of this and add it into, whoops, Mimi's dropping things. And take a spoonful and then add it into your milk and make chocolate milk. After school, we pretended that we rode Golden Silverwind. Our magic witch's hat gave us the power to make our neighborhood anything we wanted it to be. So here is the witch's hat. It's on top of this little witch. Do you ever do that? Do you ever make up a little idea and make believe something is happening? Yeah, that's a fun thing to do, isn't it? And after dark, when it seemed to be haunted, we weren't scared as long as we were together. Whoa! Look at that scary picture. But they're together wearing their hats and holding hands. Great illustrations. Summer came, and so did Louise's aunt and uncle. They took her to a mountain resort for a vacation. Louise told me that she didn't want to go. It'll be awful, she said, and I'll miss you every day. When she left, our neighborhood turned into a lonely desert. Did it really turn into a lonely desert? Why did the author say that? Right, it just seemed that way, didn't it? If only Louise would be able to escape. I even wish she'd get a contagious disease so they'd have to let her come home. I wouldn't be afraid of catching it. I'd nurse her back to health with chocolate milk. Oh, look at those great pictures. Look, she's putting all that chocolate milk into her. I missed her so much. I wish that Golden Silverwind and I could rescue her. Have you ever wished for something to happen? Go ahead, call it out. Okay. Finally, I got a postcard. And boys and girls, I don't know if you've ever seen a postcard, so I'll show you a postcard. This is a postcard, and I happened to just come across it the other day. This one's kind of a long one, but a postcard has a picture on one side, then it's blank on the other side. You put a stamp up there, and then you write words. The postcard said, "Dear Kathy, this place is terrific. Yesterday I saw 3 deer behind the lodge. There are lots of kids my age, and Aunt Pat and Uncle Bart take us camping on Pine Cone Peak. I hope you're having fun too. Love from your friend Louise." Oh, how's she feeling? Right, she's not very happy. Why isn't she happy? Right, because her friend is gone and she's missing her. And she didn't know her friend would be having so much fun at camp. Later, I heard Mrs. Jenkins say that Louise had made lots of new friends and was having the best summer of her life. It wasn't fair. She wasn't lonely like me. She wasn't missing me at all. Louise Jenkins was a traitor. She was my worst friend. I wish that a volcanic eruption would blast Pinecone Peak into pebbles. Why does she wish that? You think she's feeling jealous? Mom told me not to be jealous of Louise's new friends. Later she said, "I heard that the house across the street has been sold. Maybe there'll be someone your age in the new family." I prayed for 50 kids my age. 50 new best friends with real horses. Wow. Look what she's imagining in her mind. Do you ever imagine things in your mind? Go ahead, I'll wait. Whisper to someone next to you. What do you imagine? Okay, let's continue. When the moving man came, I said, "How many people in the family?" He said, "1." I asked if it was someone my age. He said, "Nope, it's Mr. Jody. He's 72. How old is 72? Do you know anyone 72? Guess how old Mimi is? Right, Mimi's 72. This was the worst summer of my life. The new family was one old man. Mom said we should be good neighbors, and she sent me to invite Mr. Jody for a cookout. Well, that was a nice thing to do. How does she look? Looks like she didn't want to go over, doesn't it? When he saw my witch hat, he said, "I wish you'd use your magic powers to help me find good homes for the new puppies that Sarah is expecting." Wow. What do you think about that? I ran home to ask Mom if I could have one. She said, what do you think she said? Right, she said yes. Oh, look how happy. I couldn't wait to have a puppy of my own. And if Louise Jenkins wanted to play with it after she got back from Pinecone Peak, I'd say never. That would fix her. Do you think she'd really say that? No, I don't think so either. Oh, Mimi has. I've been painting, so I still have blue paint in my fingernails. Sorry. It's so hard to get it out. Mr. Jody and I talked about how much fun it would be when the puppies were born. I told him I wanted a spotted one, just like Sarah. "The first spotted one will be yours," he promised. One day, Mrs. Jenkins showed up and said, I understand that your dog is expecting puppies. I'd like to reserve one for my daughter, Louise. Oh, uh-oh. I couldn't stand to think of Louise having one of Sarah's puppies. I told Mr. Jody I would keep all of them. Look what she's picturing. You think she could actually keep that many puppies? What do you think, Dylan? What do you think, Danny? Let's find out. Mr. Jody said, 3 years ago, Sarah had 8 puppies in one litter. Would your mother want that many dogs? I had to admit that 8 dogs would drive Mom crazy. Mr. Jody asked me if I was afraid that Louise wouldn't give her puppy a good home. I had to admit that she would. Sure, her friend would be good to the puppy. A week later, Louise came back. Her mother had already told her that we were both getting puppies, and she was all excited about us raising them together. Next, she started talking about all the campouts on Pine Creek Peak and how her uncle and aunt had already planned a return trip for the following summer. I pretended to be very interested in my book. Oh, why did she do that? Yeah, she was still kind of jealous. Then she told me she was glad to be home and that she had missed me very much. She had brought me a red Pinecone Peak sweatshirt, a sparrow's feather, a rock collection, and a whistle on a lanyard that she had woven herself. I told her how much I missed her, but I didn't tell her how mad I'd been. So was she being a good friend? Yeah, she was. I took Louise to meet my new friends. I knew that they would all like each other, and they did. I said, "Aren't Sarah's spots beautiful? I'm going to get the first puppy that looks like her." A few nights later, Mr. Jody called to say that Sarah was having her puppies. Yay, that's exciting. By the time we arrived, one puppy had already been born. It was Brown. Mr. Jody handed him to Louise, saying, "When he grows up, he'll look just like Sarah's mother." Why did he hand the puppy to Louise? Right. Because her friend wanted to have one with spots. Sarah went to sleep. Mr. Jody and Louise made hot chocolate and tried to think of a name for her puppy. I couldn't wait for mine to be born. Sarah slept for hours. Finally, Mr. Jody said, "It looks like there's only one puppy this time. Sarah has never had such a small litter before." Do you know what a litter is? That means how many puppies in the group of puppies. I felt awful. It wasn't fair. Louise got to spend the whole summer camping on Pine Creek Peak, and now she had Sarah's only puppy. Oh, that's so sad. Louise said, "I think the brown puppy should belong to both of us. We could name him Golden Silverwind." Oh, what a nice idea. Mr. Jody said, "I'll build him a doghouse between your houses." And Sarah said, "I will help with his training." Oh, isn't that nice? When I got home, I kept thinking how lucky I was to have a special friend like Louise. I was already worried about how much I would miss her when she went away next summer. But at least this time, when she's camping on Pinecone Peak, I'll have gold and silver wind all to myself. What a nice story. Was that a story about best friends? What did the girls do together that they enjoyed? What do you enjoy doing with your best friend? Go ahead, I'll wait. Just call it out. Okay, well, I enjoyed reading that story to you. Can you draw a picture of you and your best friend? Can you draw yourselves doing some activities that you like to do? They like to make believe they had horses. What do you like to make believe? Do you like to have hot chocolate together? Or just chocolate milk? Well, they enjoyed the puppy and they got to share the puppy. And if you have a puppy, that could be your best friend and you could write a story about that. All right, boys and girls, thanks for reading with me today. I love reading to you. Love from Mimi. See you next time. Bye-bye.